Hey, Tim Jensen here, Jensen Transport in Independence, Iowa. Just wanted to give you a little update of one thing we do for training for drivers that have experience. They pass a background check with us, application process, drug screen, all that stuff. But they feel trapped at the employer that they're currently working because maybe in Iowa they have a license where they can only drive an automatic, but they've got, years of experience. They know how to drive a manual transmission. They just don't have the ability to go through the process of retesting or paying their money out again to a truck driving school just to go through that, to move from an automated license to basically an unrestricted license where they can drive whatever they want, automatic, a manual, whatever. We do have 10-speed manual transmissions here, and we just did that today for one gentleman that's got about 30 years of experience. He's an excellent driver, moved from a different state. He went through the CDL process here in this state, and for whatever reason, he ended up with an automatic on his license instead of a manual. Felt kind of trapped. He felt he had all the experience he needed. He could go and do different things, but he was pigeonholed into only working at certain places where they had, automatic trucks. So he gave us a call, went through all the background screening, did everything he needed to do. And actually it wasn't an easy process for him. He had to go back through the pre-trips, the skills test, the driving test, things like that, review the rules, regulations, and all stuff, because he was moving from a different state, even though he was originally from Iowa. And to go through that process again as a senior driver can be a little bit intimidating. It's a little bit of ego involved, really, because you feel like you're already an expert. You got 30 years of experience underneath your belt. Why do you have to go through all this just to switch from an automatic on your license to, a manual transmission on your license? And it's good. I'm in many ways, to have that ego check every once in a while in any business or any job you do. I mean, you feel it at every level of an organization. A lot of times when you think you've got it figured out and you think you know what you're doing, and then, if you don't have the policies and procedures in place, and then someone pops that thing back up in there, like, why aren't you doing X, Y, and Z? When you drive with a manual, there's certain things you normally do on a daily basis that maybe the DOT, to pass a DOT test, you forget about, because you've got plenty of driving experience. You know what you're doing, or feel you know what you're doing. And that's just part of the learning process of going through that. And I'd like to say that for drivers out there that have an automatic on their license and feel trapped where they're at and want to move to a different place, maybe they're tired of what they're doing and they can't get out for that reason. If you pass our application background process, drug screen process, and everything else, give us a call. We can help. There are certain things we can do. We have kind of a program where we can do that. We have senior drivers here that can help walk you through the process of that. Even if you don't know how to drive a 10-speed manual, we can do that and get that done. So we're always looking for great people, and I don't think it's fair to stick people who are great and could do even more into a small job, or hold them down and hold them in a job just because they don't have some valid or requisite skill. I mean, it's the same thing when we hire and train for tanker work. We don't expect people to have years of tanker experience. That's part of the process of learning and growing. We teach that as well when we go through that. We go through orientation process for all that, for either the liquid or the dry bulk. And we go through that for every single driver. And even some that have experience in the past, we basically go through and recertify them in our training process to go through and do that. And if you feel like you're trapped, you want a way out, you've got years of experience, you're looking for something else, but you've got an automatic on your transmission, or automatic on your license for being able to drive a transmission, you don't have manual. I know that I'm speaking to some of the younger guys here, or at least the guys that have been new to the industry, let's say. Give us a call. There are lots of things that we can do. And without someone calling and asking and just saying, hey, I need some help, or I need some guidance, or I need some assistance, I'm here for that. I do that every day with our guys. If they need something, whether they're out on the road, during the day, at night, weekends, whatever it takes, if they need something and they need help, I'm always there and available for them. Same thing for people that want to be great, do a little bit better than what they're doing today, and open up their mind to bigger opportunities. And once again, ask it, be great. Do what you need to do. If you need to go to work, go to work. That's part of the process too. Everybody earns what they get, and some of that earning, you earn certain things sitting on the couch, and you earn certain things sitting in the driver's seat. So that's just the way it goes with life, and that's the way it is. But think about Jensen Transport. Think about coming to work here if you are in that boat, and we'd be glad to talk to you. All right, thank you. Bye.